At this point in time, I have not touched Mario Kart World in almost 2 full months, right? And there's a good couple of reasons for that, right? For one, when I first had the game, nobody else that I knew in my life had it, which meant I was just kind of playing online by myself the entire time, right? Which, in of itself could be fun, whatever, but I had my fill of just playing Knockout Tour again alone over and over and over and over, right? It just kind of got to a point where I was like, all right, well, this is cool and all. I've been collecting whatever little skins I could for all of the characters that I cared about, but everything else I was just kind of whatever about. And as far as regular races goes, those were cool and all, but the whole like track situation was kind of weird. I heard in the most recent update they did definitely fix that, but even then there was really nothing calling me back all that much. And on top of all of that, I was just not really all that interested in 100%ing the game, collecting all of the P-switches and all of the tokens or whatever. I just wasn't into that as much as I thought I would be, right? And for the record, as long as we're on this topic, I never thought that Mario Kart World was worth $80. The only reason I even have it is obviously because I managed to snag the bundle. I managed to snag the Mario Kart World bundle Switch 2, which meant that I was paying $50 as opposed to $80. So it only really makes sense at the end of the day, right? But here we are. What are we on, month 6 or something of the Switch 2? we're hitting mid-November, and I gotta say, this whole situation specifically with Mario Kart is so weird, right? Because it's such a odd time for this game to have come out, because there has been 2 other major mainline kart racers that have come out this year, or that have come out or are coming out this year, right? Probably, a couple whatevers that I don't know about, but there have been 3 major ones this year that people have been paying attention to, right? First, namely, obviously, Mario Kart World. That was the one people were like, yep, this is the new Mario Kart. This is the one. This is the system seller. This is what everyone's going to be playing. And everyone felt kind of the same way about it, how it's been kind of weird content-wise, right? We'll get more into that, right? The second game that a lot of people, more than you'd probably expect to have been paying attention to it, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and I already have tripled my numbers in World compared to what I had in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, excuse me, as opposed to what I had in Mario Kart World, because I'm, as a franchise, I've always been more attached to Sonic, right? Sonic Racing, not as much, because I only cared about Sonic Riders, but them introducing extreme gear and just so many different elements around the Sonic franchise in Racing Crossworlds had me by the throat, right? I haven't played that in a couple weeks now, but I do very much plan to get back to it, especially with the new event coming up and all the new content that they're introducing and stuff like that, right? I very much plan to get back to it. And again, we'll talk more about it. And then lastly, literally in about a week's time from now, maybe a little over that, we have Kirby Air Riders, which is strange that they would ever do something like introduce another major, I know Sakurai said not to think of it as racing, it is more of a battle, but like we know, come on, we're not let's be so real with ourselves, it's a racing game, right? And I just find it so odd, of all the things for Nintendo to do, of all the games that Nintendo could potentially put out for the Switch 2 in the first year of its life cycle, a second major racing style title right after Mario Kart. We haven't even had Mario Kart for a full year, and we're introducing a Kirby racing game now. Let's circle back a little bit, right? We got to circle back. I keep saying that the content situation is very weird when it comes to Mario Kart, and I feel like a lot of people can definitely agree with that fact. The fact that we haven't seen any major updates in terms of like new cosmetics, new stages, or new carts to utilize, new characters and things like that. It's just simply the fact that they have not gone out of their way to do any major updates in terms of general content at all. No form of DLC, no form of free update, nothing. I mean, we've had free updates that make up, they make tune-up adjustments to the game, generally speaking. Again, we did have a situation in which people were not happy with the way the laps would work, in which we would be, racing mostly on the way to the next major track as opposed to actually being on the track. Again, I don't know to the extent of what they fixed that. I don't know what to the degree they did. I haven't played it, but I've heard that people were very, very happy with that update. On top of that, in terms of Knockout Tour, there's a situation in which we couldn't really play with our friends. Now we have a way to at least play with our friends, and that's cool, that's dandy, but again, it still did not bring me back, right? So, all in all, content-wise, it's just super weird, especially because we had a major Nintendo Direct not all that long ago, introducing so many different things. One of those things, obviously, being Kirby Air Riders and stuff like that, was that the one that introduced Kirby Air Riders? No, we had info on it, but, it gave us DLC for Donkey Kong Bonanza. Bonanza came out a full month after Mario Kart World, and it already received its DLC, Frame 1. How could that game have possibly have gotten DLC faster than the first game that came out on the Switch 2? The first major exclusive title. How could that have happened? Right? And again, on top of that, in this Direct, they're introducing more content for Kirby Air Riders. They're giving us major trailers. They're giving us major stuff like that. They announced an entire second Direct completely dedicated to Kirby Air Riders. Why are we competing with ourselves? I mean, granted, in a way, it's poetic to compete with yourself, to always want to strive to do better. But from a financial standpoint, this is dumb. Like, from a reviewer standpoint, what are we doing? Why are we introducing a major Kirby racing title right after Mario Kart, which people have been begging for new content for months now? Because what's happening right now is a lot of people are already looking at Sonic Racing Crossworlds, which is offering new content every goddamned week. From Frame 1, we already knew we had a multitude of events to look forward to. What with the Miku event, we had the Joker event, we had the Ichiban event, we've got the SpongeBob event coming up very, very soon, within the next week. We have we had the Minecraft event, right? And then, they already subtly announced, like, all of the other things that we're going to be receiving, all the Nicktoons crossovers. We have Avatar: The Last Airbender, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to look forward to, and God knows what else is coming down the line, who's to say, right? And then, on top of that, that we're getting all these other crossovers too. We're getting Mega Man, you know what I'm saying? We got Pac-Man coming up, type beat, right? We've got, Tangle and Whisper that they just announced in this most recent PlayStation State of Play, right? We just have they just have made sure to know that we always have so much content to look forward to with that game. Constant events are happening, constant things to go out of your way to strive for in terms of, not cosmetics yet. Hopefully they introduce more cosmetics. Pray to God that they do. But in terms of stickers, in terms of gear and stuff like that, there's always something to earn there. And, same goes for Kirby. We have so much to look forward to, how we can interact with our friends in the garage, how many different star gears we can unlock. I don't want to call them gears, machines that we can unlock to ride on. You know what I'm saying? All the different characters that we have to look forward to and all of their unique abilities, right? Now, they did say that we're not going to get any DLC out of this, but already the fact that we have, like, so many different modes on top of all of the content that they rebuilt from Kirby Air Ride to, slap onto this game and then add more to it, we know we have a lot of content to look forward to and replay time and time again. And, you know, stuff like City Trial is always, it's such a replayable mode that it's hard to imagine getting sick of that, right? So you look at all of that with Racing Cross Worlds and Kirby, and then you look at Mario Kart World and you're poking it with a stick. Like, hey, come on, do something, bro. They beating your ass in the QRTs. Like, what's going on back there? Like, what's happening with Mario Kart World? Because I don't necessarily want to feel this way about Mario Kart World, especially because I've spent absurd hours in Mario Kart 8, learning pretty much every single track to the best of my abilities from the Wii U era all the way to the Switch 1 era, you know, with Deluxe. I spent so much time with the tracks, with all the different characters, learning different setups and, you know, all the different kart setups that you could do and stuff like that. Okay, I'm gonna say here now, them removing that, dumb. They should have let that happen, man. God, they should have let the customization with the carts happen again. Why are we choosing? Come on, why did we take a step back with that? I don't understand. I'll never get it. But especially when stats are still very clearly important in this game, as subtle as they are. But whatever, I digress. The point is, there is a weird and strange, unexplainable content situation that I don't understand is happening with Mario Kart World, and it needs to change as soon as humanly possible. I wanted to make this video now specifically because we don't know what we have to look forward to in terms of that game yet. We don't know when they're going to drop that next Direct. I imagine it's going to be sometime in March or something like that, right? Because right now the slots are filled, right? We just got Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, excuse me. We've got another Kirby playtest situation going on this weekend, and then the game releases within that same week. We have Metroid Prime 4 to look forward to. We have the Pokemon DLC because Pokemon just released. They're right now they're working on advertising Pokopia, you know what I'm saying? But we've already got DLC for Pokemon Legends ZA that, you know, they're cooking up. They just talked about Pokopia in this recent day, you know what I'm saying? We got a major trailer for Pokopia telling us a little bit more about that game that's coming out in March. They recently shadow dropped a bunch of new information about a major update and a Switch 2 edition for Animal Crossing New Horizons, a game in which has not received any real content in the last 4 years, mind you, since it dropped. They've had so much time. They have had so much time to at least try to tell us something is coming for Mario Kart World. They've had every opportunity to shadow drop something, to throw something into a Direct, to let us know. And we've had absolutely nothing? That is beyond absurd to me. Right? I'm sorely confused. And, you know, I know for a fact that we are going to get content, right? That's the thing. There's no way in hell we don't get more content from Mario Kart World. We are, right? If they spent all of that time cooking up DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe of all things, you could bet damn Skippy we getting some. Did I pee too much in the mic? Whoa, that sounds crazy. I'm not even taking that out though. You could bet damn Skippy we're getting content within the next year for Mario Kart World. It's just absurd to me that they've been waiting so long, because right now there's just so much going on with the other major kart racers, the competition again with Sonic, and then in amongst itself with Kirby, that it's just beyond strange to me. Like, what? Are they so confident? Are the developers so confident in the DLC that they're like, just wait. Let them do whatever they want. Let them enjoy Kirby for a little bit. Just wait. Once, after that first or second month that they've been playing Kirby, we're going to drop a heavy load for Mario Kart World, and we're going to have the entire player base right back to us. Because here's the thing. According to sales numbers, pretty much like 90% of Switch owners were bundled with Mario Kart World. Most Switch 2 owners have Mario Kart World. We don't know what the current active player count is right now. I don't think there is a way to see something like that, but I know for a fact that it's definitely dropped off much heavier than you would probably expect for something like that. And that's just crazy to me. That is insanity, dude. So, I don't know. That's just something that I've been thinking about for the last couple months, right? I just wanted to talk about it here now because it was in the back of my mind, you know, and also, you know, I just wanted to generally, you know, we had to dust the channel off a little bit. You know, it's been a solid month. I've been grinding out Pokemon, bro. I've had no time for anything else, bro. I skipped the Joker event for Sonic Racing Crossroads, fun fact, because I was just too locked in on Pokemon content and just general Pokemon stuff. But that won't happen again, right? I mean, I guess it did because I skipped out on the Ichiban event too. But I'm not skipping SpongeBob. I will not be skipping SpongeBob. So, regardless, you know, I'm still going to be playing my kart racers. And hopefully when they do introduce that major DLC update or whatever's going on with Mario Kart World, first off, pray to God that it's free. Because if they make if they make us spend like upwards of $30 on DLC for Mario Kart World in an $80 game, oh my God, they are going to be in some hot water, dude. they are not, Twitter is not going to be happy, bro. the most vocal of the fan base, or of the player base, is not going to be happy, Chief. And they got to be real careful about where they're stepping right now, because they're walking over landmines at this point with the way they're pricing things, bro. Pokopia is $70, dude. Nah. Anyway. So, yeah. Yeah, I hope Mario Kart does something soon. I'm passing the mic in your direction. I want you guys to tell me everything that you're thinking in the comment section below. Do you agree that they have to be working on something and that it's very strange that they haven't shown off anything in regards to content, DLC, or anything in terms of, you know, Mario Kart World? Do you think that we should get something soon? Or are you on the opposite side? You don't even care about Mario Kart World anymore. It doesn't matter in any way, shape, or capacity. You are Sonic Racing or you are Kirby Air Ridersing. That's crazy. Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I'm always going to be down there with you guys. But with that, yes, sir, it does appear to be skedaddle o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and do just so. I'd like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, I'm Gonzo. Thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor of taking good-ass care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!